All right, we're here in the Niner locker room with Colton McKivitz and Niner starting right tackle and TJ Watt.
Yeah.
TJ Watt. Welcome to the week one, huh?
Yeah, it'll be fun. He's a great player, explosive. He showed that in the last week of preseason. But he's been a great player since he's been there. Athletically gifted, a lot like Max. Effort guy, so it'll be a fun test.
What'd you think of Herbig? Do you see him at all this?
They're pretty high
good,
on him.
huh?
Yeah, him and Highsmith. They got a lot of guys a lot of young guys who are playing well, playing physical, and present a lot of challenges.
What's the key to TJ? I mean, he's a smaller guy, speed guy. Would you rather face a bigger guy, or would you rather face a speed guy?
I guess it just depends. The key to him is staying on your techniques. I mean, not leaning on your hands. He likes to throw on the ghost, and if he gets you, it's gonna be loud there in Pittsburgh. Renegade's gonna be going, terrible towels. So that'll be fun with the noise, and he may get a jump on a cadence here or there. So not panicking is gonna be the biggest thing, and getting on that near point and staying on him.
Chris Forster said to us a couple weeks ago, he's like, the first drive, no matter how much you guys train or work out, that first drive of the regular season game, he says offensive linemen come off the field and they're just huffing and puffing. Is there a lot more exertion that goes into like a week one, bullets flying, and it's for real, as opposed to even a preseason game?
Yeah. In the preseason it's 12 plays, and I guess the intensity is not as much. Everyone knows it's preseason, and once, like you say, the bullets start flying. I think it's just a little more, intensity, a little more juice. Adrenaline's a lot higher for week one. It's the season. I guess it is a little more intense. Hopefully not huffing and puffing, but it's a lot more intense. Yeah.
How's your conditioning this year compared to last year? You seem like you got a little less hair and maybe a few less pounds. I mean,
a little more aerodynamic, I guess.
What's Colton last year, Colton this year? What's the difference?
Just the confidence, I guess, and then body weight, down a couple pounds, leaned up a little, and then obviously the hair is gone, so got to act like a starter now and have that confidence. So I guess that's part of it.
Did your boys play this weekend? A little West Virginia action?
Yeah, we went up to Beaver Stadium and had a tough one, renewed a rivalry there, but it wasn't much of a game. But hopefully get back on track. And in 2 weeks we got Pitt at home, so that's going to be a fun one.
You were giving me shit the other day. I was wearing the Texas hat.
Yeah. I like to talk a lot. I think Winters is a Texas guy. I see one Mountaineer hat walking around every once in a while. So we're here and there, but anytime I can rag on Texas, I'll do it.
Who's West Virginia's biggest rival? Is it Pitt?
Pitt. Yeah, the backyards.
So the backyard brawl.
Yeah,
right?
I didn't get to participate in it, but lost a tough one last year there, and then this year hopefully win one down in Morgantown.
Now, you're stepping into a line that was complete except for you.
Yeah.
So, do you have to adjust to these guys? Do they have to adjust to you? Every year it's a little different, right?
Yeah, it is different, but I think with this group, I don't think it is that. Jake's been here since 2020, but sat out with COVID. But I've been here since him. Same thing with Banks and Trent's. Obviously, me and him, got here the same week and when he signed. So we've had that connection, the whole way. And then Spence, obviously, I think he said flowing like water. So
right.
Yeah, but it's been a good connection. We play well together, and I think as overall, I think it's probably one of the closest groups that we've had.
What is the difference? I mean, it's you've had a circuitous deal, right? I mean, you were drafted, you were given a high designation, and they gave you that gold helmet designation, but then they released you, and then you had to come back. Brendel, same way. I mean, it's not necessarily a straight line to the top. How do you? Perseverance, I guess, is a big part of the whole deal, huh?
Oh yeah. It's I learned it the hard way with getting cut. I just you kind of relax after that rookie year. COVID was a crazy thing. You relax. The second year, thinks everything is just the same. You're gonna have a spot, and then bam, you're gone. And I think just the determination and work ethic is trying to confident. He was my guy when he was here, him and Lakin in New York. So they taught me a lot about just keep going, having that pro mentality and trying to be like those guys really taught me to be a pro and keep persevering to where I'm at now.
let's talk about some of the DNs that you guys have. You won't have Bosa necessarily. You might not.
Yeah, who knows?
But, yeah, maybe he'll show. I mean, what is that vibe like? Because, I mean, you guys are all rooting for each other to get your money. There's no resentment.
Oh, yeah.
And people on the outside world are, paint any kind of picture about the whole thing. What is that vibe like in here as far as you understand it's a business? Everybody here understands it's a business. I mean, what is the feeling about a guy who's holding out?
It's Nick Bosa. I mean, the guy's defensive player of the year. He can hold out as long as he wants. The guy deserves it. So, it's just work with the guys who are here, and I already know he's getting his work in down in Florida. So, whatever he's doing, it's worked for since he's been in the league and before that. So I'm not any concerned with him. But the guys here, they're just working hard, and we're preparing for Pittsburgh.
Drake last year compared to Drake this year. I watched you guys in some of the one-on-ones. Sometimes you're getting him, sometimes he's getting you. How's he a different player from a year ago?
I think, confidence and mentality. I think the mentality's there for him. I think last year, it was kind of a shock, or maybe he didn't know how to practice as a pro, and this year it's just complete. He's bulked up, gotten stronger, was in the weight room here this year, and he's just playing a lot more physical and faster. I think that's the biggest thing. Last year I was kind of feeling it out, and then this year he's attacking it.
Let's go through a couple of the other guys. How about what do you see with Bryant? He's got long arms.
Yeah.
He's a lighter guy, but what's it like going up against him?
Yeah, he presents a lot, different challenge than some of our other guys. He's a lot longer, has kind of like Charles last year, long, athletic. Has a spin, can do some of the athletic moves, and can beat you inside if you overset. So I think he's got a good chance to show a lot this year too if he can get some reps.
How about Cleveland? What's he looking like? It seems like if you can. He's got some real good counters to work inside. He wants to work back inside.
Yeah, I think he's kind of flipped the switch from coming from the Raiders. I think just a little breath of fresh air has revived him as a player, and he's playing. He's probably playing as one of our best ends right now. Playing strong. He does like to work the inside. He's got to spin late if you lean on the outside hand. So he's definitely gotten us better.
Beal, have you gone against Beal? Because I watched a rep a couple weeks ago, and it was Beal beating Trent, and he dipped the shoulder and he got to the quarterback, and I was like, Jesus, look at that. I mean, it was like, wow. But it's all about consistency and keep doing it. But have you gone up against him in the one-on-ones and do you see that 4.4 speed at all?
I haven't had it yet, but I think if he can stay healthy and get out there and practice consistently, like you said, it's he showed it. There's been sparks there, and I think the biggest thing, same kind of thing with Drake. If he can figure it out, I think he's got a really good chance to show effort and speed off the edge.
Hey, preparation for this game. In preseason, do guys show their moves, or will they like a guy like TJ? Would he show whatever moves he's got in the preseason, or do guys hold their moves back, going, you know what, I'm going to go vanilla in the preseason, and I'm going to bust it out week one, and it'll be a surprise?
I mean, maybe. I mean, it just depends on the guy, but I think either way, it's maybe they show it, maybe they don't, but I think either way, whatever a way to defeat a guy, with a move, I think he's going to pull it out. So. I guess maybe you don't have the amount of reps to show it, but I think that's probably why guys wouldn't show moves. Is, there's not enough reps in a preseason game to do it.
What's your prep like? What do you want to see? You watch the cut up, and like how many films you want to see before you feel like, hey man, I got this. I got a pretty good idea of what the guy I'm going against moves are, and what he likes to do, and what he wants to do. Can you get it in a quarter? Can you get it in one film? Do you got to watch 5 films? How much do you got to watch to really get an idea for your guy to prep?
I mean, usually 1 or 2 games. Guys are pretty consistent on what they do. You may see a flash here or there of something different, but guys are consistent on how they rush and how they beat guys. I think that's the one thing is guys are consistent in that, but. We got rush cuts, different sets on stuff like that, so you got a pretty good idea pretty quickly of how a guy's going to beat you.
All right, man. I'm leaving the facility last year. It was probably like December, or maybe one of the last weeks, and I see you in the truck hitting the corner. All of a sudden, you bust out the duck.
Yeah.
You gave me the duck whistle, man.
Oh yeah.
You got that in the front seat of the car? Or
Yeah,
something?
I got the lanyard in the truck. Just practicing here and there, when I can.
Now, what is that actually used for? What's the functional use of that little duck whistle that you got?
It just depends. You got the 6-in-1 whistle, which is your pintail, your widgeon, your teal. You can do all kinds of stuff with it. It's just attraction. You got your decoy, so that's what they see, and then the noise obviously shows that it kind of helps them locate and see the decoy. You got a spinner out there and they see the flicker, so it's just a location thing, and then you kind of sweet talk them in. They call it jargon, the specialized talk, so or specialized communication with another. So I always I'll practice every day, come flying out of there and hit a couple quacks or a whistle and turn some few heads.
The last one. Last time we talked to you, you were doing some fishing, some hunting. What did you do in the off season? Anything cool that you could share with us that you haven't done before? Are you doing any? You stay here? You go in the West Virginia in the off season? Where'd you spend your time?
OTAs, a little turkey hunting.
Turkey hunting.
I hunted out here with cow waterfowl up north.
Delta? So where do you go for turkey?
Calusa, Butte Sink area. Yeah, up there. I was just in Chico on Friday. Got a dove hunt in on opening day. So with Merlot. So it was a lot of fun up in Chico. It's first time I've been up there, so it's I get in when I can.
If you had one bit of advice to give a young guy getting ready for Pittsburgh, you've been in this league a few years now. I mean, This isn't your first rodeo. And Trent always says about you, man, Colton doesn't get too up, he doesn't get too down. He's pretty much even keel. What would you say to a young offensive lineman who said, man, you see 3-4 hours before the game and you're just like trying to give him a little wisdom to make week one go a little better for him? What would you say?
Move on from the next one, man. Because,
short memory.
The short memory. Stay even keel. I think that's been the biggest thing for me. I've had some not so good plays and some good ones. So I think that's the biggest thing is just stay even keel with it. We're all going to be juiced up for Pittsburgh, and a little extra for me being from that area. So the biggest thing for young guys is just be able to move on and don't let another play turn into another bad one. So I think that's the biggest thing.
You can have a lot on the pass list?
Yeah, I hope not.
No, you got family coming to see you for this one?
Yeah, we got mom and dad are coming. There's actually some guys from here coming that I know, a couple connections going down there, and then my sister and her husband. So, we got my dad's from Pittsburgh and his family. So, his dad worked in the steel mill, and
he's a Steeler fan, in other words.
Oh yeah. My both grandpas were, and
will he be wearing a Steeler hat?
No. They know better.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Colton, good luck Sunday, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, yes sir. Thank you.